Hey, greetings YouTube, Performance Reviews, where I give you the review from the technician's point of view. And today we had a viewer send us a Dreame Auto-mop. So we're gonna see how this floor washer works. We're gonna do an unboxing, we're gonna assemble it, we're gonna charge it up, we're gonna put it to the test, and I'll give you maybe not my final thoughts, but a good idea whether or not you should be buying this. So big thank you to our viewer for sending this. Dreame as a brand is out of China. I'll put some info about the CEO here, but very much gives me BYD vibes. Box is just very basic. Just tells us what we have here. This is a Aero Pro cordless floor washer, and right here it looks like FedEx did a number on the box here. Let's go ahead and see what's in here. Oh, it is double boxed. So yeah, there's a box within a box, but it's really not coming out due to that damage. Well, they have assembly instructions printed on the box lid. They are putting a manual in your face. Always like that. We have a filter, a very small filter. I mean, it's not much bigger than my thumb. And they've got a clean out tool right here as well. So right away, I guess they're trying to tell you to maintain your machine. Oh, wow, okay. Included in the box are two multi-surface floor cleaner. Something we don't see here too much in the country is they have Russian as the second language. Maybe that gives you an idea of the market this is intended for. The base station. El handle. Oh gosh. And the machine itself. Right there. All right, included in the box is the charging station, a manual, a clean out brush, the handle, 2 bottles of solution, and a filter. Now, something I did notice upon taking this out of the box is it seems pretty narrow. Yep, so you have about a 10.5 inch cleaning path, or 27 centimeters. So yeah, it is pretty narrow. As far as assembly goes, it's really simple. They even have it printed on the handle itself. You just insert that in there. And then you could take a screwdriver or an Allen key and press that handle if you need to disassemble it. Just a first impression, as soon as I put the handle in, there is just a lot of play in this all plastic handle. Most manufacturers make this part out of aluminum, which is a little bit more rigid. That is a little bit weird. Now, quick note about the base station is it's very thick. Usually these base stations are a centimeter or 2. This is about 7 centimeters or 2.5 inches thick. I mean, it is just a thick boy. And the bottom side of it looks like a game console or something. It looks like it almost has some sort of expansion idea or some drying effects or something. So there's more going on to this, or at least they had bigger plans. I suspect there might be some sort of fan in here. We'll see when I plug it in. Something that's a nice touch is the power adapter is built into the base. So you're not cramming your plugs with all sorts of AC adapters. And then what is nice is they've included some Velcro there, so you don't have to have that cord flopping all the way around.
Start charging. Start charging.
And of course it's from China, so it's going to talk to us. When it's fully charged, it's just going to have one little green battery light here. Battery life is pretty good. I went through 2 tanks and only went through 1 bar. So I would imagine you probably get about 30-40 minutes of cleaning out of this. Something I do like is how this tank opens up right here. And this will allow you to get in small bathroom sinks and things like that to fill this. The solution here, I do like that they are providing their own solution, better than some companies. Solution smells like Head and Shoulders shampoo. They do include a nice little cap for you to pour the solution in. Again, all very thoughtful. All right, I've decided to put this on the bench because there's some very clever ideas going on with the Dreame. The first is the clean water tank is on the base of the machine. This helps keep the weight down versus putting it up high. So I really do like that, but it also makes the top of this a little bit higher profile than some of the others, which might make a difference if you're getting in the cabinet. And this sure looks like a Bissell valve that they just borrowed. The other thing is taking the roller out. There is a nice lever, and if you see, it's magnetic, how it's put in there. That's interesting. That will make the brush roller a little bit more expensive. And then when we pull the brush roller for cleaning, again, spring-loaded. There's a lot of thought put into this. So we have a rubber grommet here. We have, on the drive block, we have rubber grommets for anti-vibration, which, again, when you're beating something on hard floor with a roller, that makes a lot of sense. So I kind of like that. It's also interesting are these spikes on here. And these are most certainly, the water is coming out here, your squeegee is down here. These are most certainly to be aggressively combing this as it turns around. So those are some small details on the base that I wanted to just highlight. And everything kind of goes together. And a lot of these machines have gotten better about this, but everything just kind of nicely goes together. Now on the back, we have some interesting things. First of all, we have the mute button, so you don't have to listen to the Chinese lady. We have a QR code, so that you can get a quick start guide. And then, for some reason, we have a trackball right here. I suspect this is for really when it gets really low. That's to help it glide. The other thing that they've done is they've put some rubber on the handle here. Of course, there's a hang tag. Makes me think that they intend on distributing these in the store at some point. I guess the other thing I should mention is the dirty water tank. The filter, again, very, very small. A nice handle to pull it out. So what's interesting about the dirty water tank is this baffle assembly. I'm going to explain to you what's going on here and some things I don't quite understand about this. So these are, that's probably the best way you can see it. So water is coming up and going that way. Coming up, going that way. It is sucking through here. Why the suction is not on this side baffles me. It's about the baffle. There is a full sensor right here with these electro probes. And then there's just randomly silicone right here, which serves really no purpose. But they have decided to put silicone rubber right here. And what's interesting is as you pull the tray out, I think what you're supposed to do is hold it like this, pull it out, and then your larger debris will be stuck there. Again, they could have kind of taken advantage of natural airflow simply by switching this hole and having this be kind of some of a filter that it has to go through like this. But it doesn't work like that. It just kind of dumps there. So we'll see how that works. Viewer who purchased this, I see why he was excited about this now, because there's a lot of little details on here that seem very hypebeast-esque. If you want to see the current price of this thing, check the link below. That benefits the channel. You could also check on our Patreon, which also benefits the channel. My initial thoughts on handling with this machine is the swivel neck requires a lot of torque, and you are twisting the handle, which again is plastic. So I do worry about the longevity of that. And it's just kind of a weird angle compared to some of the other swivel necks. However, the machine is very aggressive. It will pull itself along quite a bit. There's 4 modes. It has a quiet, a smart, a turbo, and a suction-only mode. I do like that it has a suction-only mode. That's something that would be useful if you spill water or something.
Suction mode. Quiet mode. Smart mode. Turbo mode. Power off.
Now, if you are of smaller stature or a woman, you're not going to care about this next part, but this handle is awkward. I find myself constantly hitting these buttons here or hitting this button here, which causes the Chinese lady inside to complain. Luckily, you can mute her.
Turbo mode. Voice process off.
So the handle is oddly too small, even though it is, again, big enough for my hands. But if I do that, I'm going to hit the controls. So if they had put these buttons here, I would not have this complaint. And also, again, just see the play in that handle. All right, it is spring here in Colorado, which means we have snow, sleet, rain, all sorts of weather. And it's been about a week since I have mopped the floor in the store. So let's see just how this does. You can take a look at a before and after of my LVT in the store. If you were curious how loud, it's pretty reasonable, even on turbo mode. So I'm gonna go up to the different modes with the studio microphone on, so you can hear the real sound of the machine going. That's turbo. Quiet. Smart or automatic. And it does increase the motor speed when you turn it off to kind of clean itself out. It is pretty reasonably sounding. You can have a conversation going with this in the background for sure. Well, those are the results. It does seem to clean pretty well, especially since this floor is not exactly even or level, so it's kind of a test. However, it does leave quite a bit of streaks with the recommended fluid and water levels, so that's concerning. I'll play around with that. Maybe a little bit less fluid or more fluid might change that, but at the recommended fluid, I do see a lot of streaks on this floor, and you see I've moved the camera angle so that you can see it. And of course, it is so quiet that the dog has just kind of slept here the whole time. So that is a good thing.
Start self-cleaning. Rapid mode. Self-cleaning complete. Drying the brush hole. Lasts about 5 minutes. Drying function off. Start charging.
All right, this thing's been going for a little over 10 minutes now. It stops its self-cleaning cycle right around 4 minutes and 30 seconds, which is abnormally long. Usually we see a self-cleaning cycle about 60 seconds to 90 seconds. And then it just dries itself within the next 6 minutes or so. Again, nothing wrong with that, but that's what it does. Let's see how dry the roller is. I'm curious. Oh, wow. Okay. So it is actually blowing hot air onto the roller to dry it. And that hot air comes from the base. And when it first turned on, yeah, it still smells. It smells like burnt plastic when it does that. So just be aware of that. Hopefully that off-gassing goes away soon. I would use the self-cleaning function outside the house or in the garage or a well-ventilated area for the first couple times until it finishes off-gassing. Cleanup is pretty simple. All we're doing is pulling this out, dumping the water, and again, some of the fuzzies get caught here in this shroud, but not a whole lot. Yeah. So all that is, again, easy, open, nice to rinse clean. Should you buy the Dreame Aero Pro wet dry vacuum mop? Well, at the time of filming, I was surprised to find out the price of this thing because it, again, was sent to a viewer. Thank you so much for our viewer who sent that. And you're welcome to send us a message on Discord if you want to send us something for review. We do that from time to time. Anyways, but back to the Dreame. Well, this is just unboxing and first impressions. My first impressions are that it's quiet and the brush is quite aggressive. So if you really have stuck on stuff, it's probably going to clean that quite well. However, the streaks that it leaves, kind of questionable. Again, that could be chemical dependent. I'll let you know when we do a full review on this. The other thing that I am hesitant to recommend this for is the handle is very flimsy in the hand and does not inspire confidence of $400. However, in 2026, the value is something that's kind of wacky to judge because of all the tariffs, exchange rates, and everything that's going on in the world. So I could see it being worth $400 again in 2026. Is this on the level of the High Zero? That's going to be the question people are going to ask me. And I feel if you had things that were not wood floors, but you had tile or LVT, you probably would like this over the High Zero. So those are my thoughts. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a wonderful day.